woman who fabricated evidences, a woman accused of misappropriating funds, a woman who had made her entire career going on a witch hunt against one man, Teesta Setalvad. This Teesta Setalvad was awarded the Padma Shri in 2007 by the then Congress government. She made so much money during the Congress years that she lived in a bungalow located in a posh area of Mumbai, which is said to be 3 times bigger than Amitabh Bachchan's house and costing over rupees 500 crores. So how did this journalist and activist gain this much clout, and why has she been targeting Prime Minister Modi all these years? Who are the others who had connived with her in executing her plan? Let's take a look. Teesta shares a deep relationship with the Nehru-Gandhi family. Her paternal grandfather MC Setalvad was very close to Nehru, the benefit of which accrued in him being appointed as India's first Attorney General, first chairperson of the Law Commission, and the first chairperson of the Bar Council. Teesta started her career as a journalist and later quit to start a magazine called Communalism Combat, which today exists as Sabrang, an online portal that spews venom against India and Hindus. In April 2002, Teesta and her husband founded an NGO called Citizens for Justice and Peace. The sole purpose of this NGO was to do a hit job on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who was back then Gujarat's Chief Minister. The plan was to finish Prime Minister Modi in 3 steps: tarnish Modi's image through media trial, transfer Gujarat riots case to Supreme Court, terminate Modi's political career through the Supreme Court. And so a team was formed. Teesta and Mukul Sinha, the father of Alt News co-founder Prateek Sinha, took care of the litigation process. Rana Ayub took care of amplifying the narrative through articles, books and the media. R.B. Srikumar and Sanjeev Bhatt took care of fabricating stories from the police side. R.P. Srikumar, who is currently with the AAP, is no stranger to fabricating stories and slapping false cases, as he was the person who had framed ISRO scientist Nambi Narayanan, accusing him of selling sensitive information to Pakistan. Through meticulous planning and with the support of a coterie of journalists, media, politicians and NGOs, they began executing their plan. News outlets started publishing stories on Gujarat riots, portraying Modi as a religious bigot. Back then, the Gujarat government was organizing camp for victims to file FIRs, which Teesta Setalvad took advantage of. Teesta, through her NGO, filed lots of cases fabricating evidences against the Gujarat government, one of which was the Zakia Jafri case. Zakia Jafri is the wife of late Congress MP Ehsan Jafri, who was killed in the Gulbarga society killings that happened in 2002. Teesta, via Zakia, petitioned the court to prosecute 63 people, including Narendra Modi and Amit Shah. When the police had asked Zakia to give a written complaint, she refused. Teesta, in March 2007, moved the Gujarat High Court, stating that the police was not filing the FIR. However, the Gujarat High Court had observed that the police won't be able to file an FIR unless Zakia gave a written complaint. Teesta also knew this, but the plan was to create a legal logjam and execute step 2, move the case out of Gujarat High Court to the Supreme Court. In December 2007, Teesta moved the Supreme Court, saying that the High Court was not acting. And in 2008, the Supreme Court Judge Aftab Alam took all cases out of Gujarat and constituted a special investigation team to probe the role of 63 people mentioned by Zakia. What is worth mentioning here is that Justice Aftab Alam's daughter was part of Teesta Setalvad's NGO. Justice Aftab Alam appointed 2 amicus curiae to assist the investigation, Prashant Bhushan and Raju Ramachandran, a lawyer who had defended Pakistani terrorist Ajmal Kasab in the Supreme Court. Everything was going as per plan, but then came R.K. Raghavan, the ex-CBI director who headed the SIT. The SIT found that lots of victims and witnesses were fabricated by Teesta. Sanjeev Bhatt, in an affidavit filed before the Supreme Court, said that he was present during the meeting in which Modi had allegedly instructed police to give the rioters room to vent out their anger and to teach a lesson to those involved in the Godhra train burning incident. However, the SIT had found that Sanjeev Bhatt had lied through his teeth and that he was not present in the meeting called by then CM Modi. The first progress report submitted by the SIT in November 2010 ruled out the claims claims of Narendra Modi being behind the riots. The Supreme Court had asked amicus curiae to visit Gujarat and confirm the facts of the report, but Ramachandran and Prashant Bhushan, despite finding no evidence, continued to cast aspersions on Modi, calling for his prosecution in an attempt to sensationalize and cover up their hidden agenda. On 15 March 2011, the Supreme Court again directed the SIT to examine the observations of the amicus curiae and to re-examine the entire evidence recorded. The SIT stood by its report and found no evidence for the claims made by the amicus curiae. The standoff between the SIT and the amicus curiae continued till 2012. The SIT filed the closure report in February 2012, in which it had revealed that Teesta had fabricated stories of killings. One of them was the Kausar Bano case, where it was alleged that Kausar was gang raped and her 9-month-old fetus was removed from her body by using sharp weapons. This macabre tale was found to be fake. In the Best Bakery case, a key witness, Zahira Sheikh, repeatedly changed her testimony during the trials and was found guilty of perjury. The SIT found many such cases where witnesses had never actually witnessed the incident. It is said that false witnesses were tutored to give evidence about imaginary incidents by Setalvad and other NGOs. Based on the SIT report, the Supreme Court gave a clean check to Prime Minister Modi and put an end to the baseless accusations. But that did not stop Teesta Setalvad from her witch hunt. Teesta Setalvad again petitioned the Supreme Court, challenging the clean check given to Prime Minister Modi. However, the Supreme Court on 24 June 2022 upheld the clean check given to Prime Minister Modi and dismissed the petition, while coming down hard on Teesta Setalvad, saying that she exploited the emotions of petitioner Zakia Jafri for ulterior motives. The very next day, Teesta Setalvad and her co-conspirator RB Srikumar were arrested by the Gujarat police and the anti-terror squad. Teesta has also been accused of embezzlement of funds. In 2013, members of the Gulbarga Society came out in public stating that Teesta had not spent a single penny for rehabilitating them. In 2015, the Gujarat police had said that Teesta Setalvad and her husband Javed Anand misappropriated funds meant for charity and rehabilitation for their personal use. But why did Teesta Setalvad go after Modi? From where did she get the support? In a damning revelation, Rais Khan Pathan, a former aide of Teesta Setalvad, revealed that all the activities undertaken by Teesta Setalvad during the 2002 Gujarat riots were sponsored by the Congress party. Apparently, Teesta was in contact with many Congress leaders, including Ahmad Patel and Sonia Gandhi, who had assured financial and social support. Rais Khan said that all the affidavits filed on behalf of the witnesses in connection with the case were scripted and that the witnesses had no idea about what was written in the affidavit. That explains why Teesta was given the Padma Shri by the Congress government. For years, Teesta minted money sitting on dead bodies, exploiting the grief of innocents. Today, her chickens have come home to roost.